Hello everybody, welcome back to part 3. Right, today I'm just gonna, you see it down there, I'm just gonna clean these wires which are on the starter motor. So I'm not getting a very good connection, so I'm just gonna take these off, give them a clean up with a bit of Henry paper or a bit of sandpaper. Yeah, give them a good clean up, stuff like that. They're not going to be out here very long today. Not doing this car anyway. So I've been mucking around with another car, a mighty Lada. Yes, I know. I don't really know comments neither how crap they are or anything like that, because I think that's a load of bullshit. Right, the fuel pump is all back on. Not put any fuel in it at the moment. So only when I flushed it all through. But I left it clean at the moment. Nothing, no fuel in the tank or anything like that for the minute. I want to get the starter motor done and do a few other jobs around the car and everything like that. I might even, if I got time, take all these brackets off, give them a good clean up. I know probably a lot of you are thinking, what's the bloody point? Well, I just want to take it off, give it a good clean, give it probably a coat of paint, make it look a bit pretty, put it back on. That's just the way I am. Not much really else I can do apart from get the fuel in there and get it started up. But that'll be another day because it's not very warm out here. It's blowing a gales, so I'm just going to tinker around with a few things. Right, I'm going to start off with getting those wires off the starter motor, and I'll come back to you once I've got them off. Okay everybody, right, they're off. And you can see they do look a bit grubby. This video camera is rubbish to really just show you it properly, but they are very, very dirty and they're not getting a proper connection. But I do have a little bit of problems starting this car sometimes with the starter motor. When the car is warmed up it's fine. When you've left it for a few days it's a bit of a pain in the arse. So I've just got this wire here to get off, which is undo a screw for that one. So I'll clean these up first and then I'll do that one afterwards, and probably when you see it they'll all be back on. They'll look a little bit more cleaner and put back on. So I won't be starting the car up today or anything like that. It's just tinkering things really, just to pass the time away at the moment. So we're just going for a little bit of the electrical system, just give it a little bit of a clean. Yeah, so I'll go from there anyway, and then I'll show you when it's all put back together. Okay everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I've put the heat shield back on. Bit of rag in the carburetor to stop any dirt getting into the carb. So that's all back on now, the heat shield. The wires down in the starter motor, I know you can't see them very well because I've got to now put the heat shield back on, but they're all cleaned up and all put back on. So the heat shield's all done. So like I said, it's just tinkering around little jobs really, pass the time away. And I'm not looking for a show winning car, I'm just looking to get my hands dirty a little bit and do the odd little tinkering around under the engine bay, slap a bit of paint on bits and rusty bits. I mean, I recommend anybody to go out and do something on an old car if they want to do it. Don't be afraid not to get your hands dirty. Don't rely on garages and stuff like that to do it all for you. Go out and do something yourself. I mean, the garages are laughing because they're making a fortune out of you of restoring a classic car. Like I said, if you're not looking for show winning cars, but you just want a nice tidy classic car to take to a few shows, not looking to win any trophies, then go ahead, do it, because anybody out there can tinker around with a car. It doesn't have to be like, well, somebody who's like been in the college and done this and done that. You just go out and do it yourself. I mean, I'm probably rabbiting on, but I mean, I'm only a self-taught person. I mean, I only taught myself. I mean, I didn't really go to college or anything out or anything fancy. I just worked around a few garages and picked up a few bits and pieces from here and there and a few tips, and learned that way. I mean, I'm a welder. I'm not, you know, I'm not a fabricator welder, but I'm just a welder. So I mean, that's what I learned how to do, welding. So from a young age, I mean, very young age, I mean, I was learning the names of the tools, the different sizes of the tools, like spanner, sockets, stuff like that, from a young age. And I mean, I'm nearly 50 years of age, and I'm still learning stuff now. I mean, I enjoy watching other people on YouTube doing their classic cars. I mean, there's a good one if you like Fords, especially Mark III Cortinas. Cortina City it's called. He's doing up a Mark III Cortina. Well, he's actually done a few of them up, but he's actually doing one up at the moment, a 2-door GXL, and a damn good job he's doing of it as well. But he's lucky because he's got a garage, heated garage, and he can spend all the time he wants on it. But yeah, check his site out. He's absolutely brilliant. Cortina City is called. Mark III Cortinas. If you're into Mark III Cortinas, feel free to have a look. There's also another young guy. He's doing up a red P6. Same as mine, I think. 2.2 single carb. I've watched his program a few times. So he's doing up a Rover P6 as well. And there is a few people out there which are, you know, car nuts and stuff like that. I mean, there's another guy called Hubnut. He talks about other classic cars and stuff like that. Stuff like the Mighty Thatcher. He's also got Reliant Fox, I think it is as well, which is very rare. Reliant Fox, I haven't seen one of them in years. He also got a Citroen 2CV. But check out his sites as well. Please check out other sites. Don't just think, oh, this guy's waffling on under the engine bay of his car, and a bit of a leaf there for that way. Just rabbiting on basically. But yeah, I mean, end of the day, if you want to go out there and do something on a car, go out and do it. You'd be surprised how much money you might save doing the odd jobs yourself. And believe you me, it doesn't take a lot, or you don't have to be a rocket scientist to take something off and give it a good clean with a wire brush and a bit of sandpaper, and slap a bit of paint on it and put it back on your car. So, well, I think that's about it really. I mean, like I said, the heat shield's back on. I'm going to do a few other little jobs. I know it's getting a bit late out here now. It's getting a bit cold. It's been a bit drizzly of rain as well, on and off. Yeah, so in the time I've been doing this one, I've also been mucking around with the Lada as well. I've had to get that one up and running. She's been there for about 6 months, and I don't use it very often now. I used to use it quite regularly to do odd jobs because it was easier to put the back seats down and put stuff in. I mean, I know a lot of you are saying Lada, oh, what the hell do you want one of them for? Well, at the end of the day, I like Ladas. They got the old technology. It's easy to fix when it breaks down on the side of the road, and I don't have to call out AA out. If it breaks down on the side of the road, it can't be much wrong with it. It'll only be a spark plug or a set of points or a condenser. A bit like a Rover, really. I mean, you've still got the points and condenser in these. So, yeah, so I'll probably film again in a minute. I might do the odd jobs. If not, please like and subscribe. And, I mean, I'll carrying on doing other little bits and pieces on here. Like I said, I'm only taking off bits and pieces, giving it a clean, and putting it back on with a bit of paint or something. Like the heat shield, I mean, that's just been cleaned up just to make it look tidier and stuff like that. So, like I said, please like and subscribe to the site. Yeah, so I'll carry on and do the odd few other things, and maybe I'll come back to you. Ta-da! Hello everybody, welcome back. Okay, I've took something else off. This is the hose which goes to the heater. I've also realised when I took it off, oh God, where am I? This camera's rubbish. Ah, there we are. The hose down here is cracked, so this will need a new hose. This one's rubbish, and if you can remember in the other part I said this one, which went to the heater matrix, is completely shot. Where the bloody hell is this camera going? Ah, there is. It is completely shot all the way around here, so they need new hoses. So I should clean this piece of tube up, give that a good clean up, give it a lick of paint, make it look a bit more tidier. When taking it off, let's go around this side a minute, move it round better. Okay, when taking it off, this bolt here came out, this one didn't, as you can see, snapped. So I'll have to just take the top off a little bit with a file, center punch it and drill it out, and try a stud retractor, or I'll have to just tap another thread or something. Now that lines right. So that's what I'm going to do at the moment. So I should be doing that. Like I said, it's just little bits and pieces I'm taking off, giving it a clean up and putting it back on. Even right down to the radiator and fan I'm going to take off later on, give that a good coat of paint, stuff like that. I've also, on this one here, I also do have a new one of these, brand new. It's not worth taking this one off, cleaning it up. I got a brand new one. They're quite cheap to buy, they're not very dear. So I've got a new one of those to go on. So I'll clean all this hose up, make it look pretty, and yeah, basically that's about it really. I'm just going to give this, like I said, this bit of tube good clean up, coat of paint, and I probably might be filming again a bit later on, or I'll be filming again maybe tomorrow of me putting it back on and probably getting that stud out as well. So yeah, there we go. Please like and subscribe. I know it's a slow process of doing this car, but it's just something to put on YouTube just for people to see it. There is an old Rover P6 being done. Like I said in the past, it always seems to be, when you look on the sites, there's always old Fords being done, or if not, it's modern cars with youngsters doing homemade resprays and stuff like that, and fancy wheels and body kits. I mean, I'm not really into all that type of stuff. I just like the originality of an old car, really. And yeah, there we are. So I'm waffling on again. Please like and subscribe, like I've said so many times now. And this will probably be it for today. So I should probably film again tomorrow if the weather's good. Hopefully it will be. And I can crack on and do some more bits and pieces, taking it off, giving it a clean. Probably rub it on, bore you all to death. Alright, ta-da for now. Hello again. I know I said I finished, but I just couldn't resist. I had to drill this stud out. Drill it out. And put a new screw in. It's not exactly the same as this one. This is a nice big fattier screw on the head, but that was all I could find, and it'll do the job. It's only to hold the pipe down, the metal pipe down. That's what it's for. So I've drilled the remaining stud out and put this one in, so it's all sorted. Sorry, my hand's shaking, getting a bit cold there. Yeah, so that's all done. So I think this will be it now. I keep saying this is going to be it, and then I go and do other bloody jobs, but I think this is it. I think that'll be it, because I've now done that. So let's have a sit down for a minute. Yeah, so I've done that. So that'll basically be it for now. See if I can zoom it in a bit. See if I show that board a bit more. This camera is a load of rubbish, absolute crap. So it just gives you a rough idea of what I'm doing. I know the picture quality is absolutely terrible. I will invest in a new camera later on. This was just a cheapy thing, just to go on with for now, to see how many people like the sites and stuff like that. I don't want to go out and waste a few £100 on cameras, and then all I get is comments to say, please shut up, you're doing my head in. So which I hope I'm not doing anybody's head in. I'm just tinkering around with the car, and that's all there is to it. And, you know, I'm just giving you a rough idea what you can go out here and do it yourself. You don't need somebody else to do it for you all the time. Yes, that's the engine bay. So yes, so that's done. So that is going to be it for today now. I've got a lot of stuff to put away. I've got tools to put away. I've got to sort the car out and put all that back. I also got to take the battery off the Lada as well. So yeah, so this will be it for today. Hopefully I'll do another film tomorrow of some other work being done, some other bits and pieces being took off and being cleaned up. I know it's only cleaning up stuff and it's a bit boring, I know, but it just gives you a rough idea. You can take stuff off yourself and give it a clean. You don't need to keep it under your bonnet looking rusty. Just take it off, clean it. Feel free to do it. Just get out there, get some tools, get out there and do some work on your car. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. We're not asking you to go to Mars. Just get out there with your spanners and do some work on your car. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and please look forward to another video. Hopefully, like I said, I'll hopefully do another one tomorrow. I'm rabbiting on, I know. It's because I'm trying to think of things to say. 1 minute it's all in your head and the next minute it's gone once you start switching the camera on. Anyway, ta-da for now.